Hello, hello. Hope you can hear me. Let me know if you cannot, but you should be able to, but you never know. Let's see. Right. Let me know if you can hear me, please. It would be good to know. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello. It's been a while. It has been a very long time, and I do sincerely apologize about that. I have been very busy with some secret stuff at the moment. Well, if you're in the Discord, you already know what it is, but I've been very busy with things. So yeah, it's been a great time. I am very pleased to say happy December. It is Christmas time and the year is coming to an end. What the hell? Time has gone by so quickly. It is crazy. But I hope that everyone is having a fantastic time. I hope everyone is preparing for Christmas, for New Year's. Well, if you celebrate it, or happy holidays if you do not. It is a very busy time of year for everyone. So I am completely appreciative of the fact that you are taking time out of your busy schedules to come and see me here today. Now, I will endeavor as much as I can to get this stream up on the VOD. Twitch has been having an issue where every stream I've done has been sort of corrupted. That's why I haven't been able to upload any. I've been trying to get in contact with them, but they delete streams after a week, which is really annoying. So by the time they reply to me, they just get rid. So I am sorry about that. But, you know, at the end of the day, we'll figure it out. And I will get a stream over on this one. I'm going to see if I can record it while it's streaming. Great. So we'll jump right into it. I have got a few updates to go over today. We've got several games that are still open, and I just want to give you some context. The order of operations today will be Comes of Midnight, Ashes, Throne of Luster, Bramble Trek 2, and Draconin. So we'll start with Comes of Midnight. So I am, very pleased to say that Comes of Midnight has finally been fully approved. Every book, every card, every map, every plush, every pin, every box, all of them have been finally approved into production, which means that we can actually sit down and go, it's being made. We are literally hands off now. We do not have to do anything. The entire onus of responsibility is on to the production team, which means I can finally relax, because this game has been very fun to put together, but my God, has it been stressful. One of the issues we had was obviously printing on black on paper was very ink intensive, which caused a few issues with bleed, but we've managed to fix that now, so we're looking good. I've signed off on everything. Invoices have been paid. Full-scale production has been started. There will be quality checks throughout the entire process, and of course we want to make sure that everything holds standard to the CrossPaths sort of level of quality that I at least personally want to see from this. Other big news. Some of you have been asking, are we going to be doing anything for Comes of Midnight? Okay, let's transition over. Are we going to be doing anything for Comes of Midnight like we've been doing for the other games? Well, I can tell you, yes, we are. Officially, right this second, Comes of Midnight is now on Sanctum. The only tools available are the Compendium, which gives you lore on the Covens, on the faculty members of the Midnight Court, and the lore on all of the Paragons, so you're not flipping back and forth through the book to get the information. It's all there on Sanctum, available for free. You don't even need to log in, and you can just play the game and use this as a tool to really help you sort of function the game much quicker. Yeah, so it's all the stuff inside the book now on compendium form. There are no tables, there's no sort of character creator just yet, but I am very pleased to say we are building one. So soon you will be able to build your Comes of Midnight characters inside the Sanctum and download fully form-fillable PDFs as well. It is going to be a great time for anyone who is playing Comes of Midnight during the holidays. And yeah, it's just an easy way for you to be able to get the information you need, You're writing your journal entries, you want to learn a bit more about one of the teachers, you can just go right in here and learn a bit more about them right there. They've got their pronouns, their role inside the college, and everything that is going to be a bit more helpful to you as a player. If you've got a Paragon, which you do because you're playing Comes of Midnight, it's got the Boon and the Bane inside there, so you know what the information about that is also relevant to you. It's a great tool. I am very pleased to say that we've got another game on Sanctum now, and it makes me really happy to see this, because it has been a big part of the plans I've had for Crossbards. So Obsidian Lee, this is our own website. This is Sanctum. It is a website that we have built to hold information on the games. So yeah, let me come back to me. Right, so that's that. So a big update for Comes at Midnight is we have moved into full production and Sanctum is officially live. So you'll be able to grab all of the information you need from that site. Character Creator is coming, so please do be on the lookout for that. I will send out an update blast when that happens, but for now it is just compendium information. We're just trying to make sure that you can export a PDF as well at the same time. It's just taking a minute to get that ready, but that will happen. Do not fret. Yeah, so if you haven't already, join the Discord. The Comes at Midnight crowd are absolutely lovely, and I am really, really happy that we've moved ahead with production, because, you know, we've had a lot of issues, tariffs, whatever have you, and, you know, back and forth between myself, because I mistakenly added a lot of artwork into the book, and it wasn't the correct resolution, which meant that it came up pixelated when it was printed. That is a very, minor error that I should have noticed, but fixed now, so we're all good. I'm very pleased to see the game done, if I'm to be completely honest. It was the biggest project I'd ever done, so it's also been, I'll be completely honest here, one of the most stressful, because I knew it needed to be perfect. People with, you know, tarot cards are very important. They are not just a tool to be used for games, they are emotionally attached to a lot of people as well, and I want to respect that community by doing right by these cards. Too many times have I seen cards just shoved out there with no care. We don't want to do that. We wanted to make sure that the care that you guys will put into tarot reading is also reflected in the process that we do for production. So the tarot cards are absolutely beautiful. The gold trim is just so nice to see on them as well. The artwork is just absolutely phenomenal. So getting it right was really important to me. So, you know, I have to apologize for the time it's taken, but I can assure you that it was worth it. You know, that is something I'm very proud of being able to say. The time was not wasted, you know. Yeah. So for anyone who bought the digital version, I am very pleased to say that you will receive a final updated version of the PDF, the same one that we will be printing with the printed version. So you can have a look at that and let me know what you think. Obviously, no changes can be made at this stage, but erratas of the PDF can still occur. So you might see small changes here and there, but we will revise the later prints as well if anything needs to be fixed. But I don't think there should be. It should be okay. That is Comes at Midnight. Yeah, really good stuff. I'm very happy with it overall, to be honest. So yeah. Okay, Ashes. So we're very pleased to say that Ashes has come together really nicely as well. I am pleased to sort of showcase. Here we are. I'll change to this one. I am very pleased to say that Ashes PDF has been updated. So I know some of you have been waiting for the other bits of content. It has taken a while because I just wanted to make sure that I got it right. That is not what I wanted. Whoopsie. Whoops. Go to single page. Why is it doing 4 pages? Okay. Anyway. So yeah, it's all come together really nicely. I have, you know, no doubts or issues with the way that the game has come together. You know, it's really nice. We've managed to fix a lot of what I needed from the game as well, in terms of the export files. So it looks a lot better now as well. There was a few things that I still need to tweak before we're able to finally print this, but of course we can fix those issues as and when they come up. So you will get an updated version of this rulebook as well today if you backed it digitally. Oh well, any version of it. And I am very pleased to also showcase the character sheet. It is done. You can create a character and fill it in. It is form fillable. So yeah, it is very nice. Let's do that. Let's do 12 HP, level 1. I have 123 echoes, 2 speed, 6 mana, 5 mana, 6 stamina. And then you can add in your agility values as well. And then you have an area to put in your check value. So the way that Ashes does its checks is whatever value you have as your stat, 18 minus that is your DC for checks. So it's a very self process system. But yeah, you can fill all that out, and yeah, form fillable. So this was going to be available today via drive-through. It is going to be uploaded after this stream, so you'll get a ping via drive-through, but I'll also ping the Discord as well, just to let you know. So very cool stuff. Cool. Next thing I want to showcase is some other stuff that's come in. So I have started on some production of Ashes, as you know. The minis are in, the tokens are in, the dice are in. And some of you have been asking, what about the collector's box? Well, you can't see it because my thing, but there's the collector's box. It is all there. It is absolutely beautiful. It is a chonker, I will say. But yeah, it is absolutely gorgeous. I am sorry for the with the thing, but yeah, it is just so nice, gorgeous to look at, and it's very very solid as well as a box. So yeah, people who have bought the collector's edition will be receiving this with all of their trinkets inside. It is going to be a nice thing to receive. So I'm really excited for that as well. Yeah, that I believe is Ashes. Yes, that is Ashes. You know, Ashes has been a game that I've been very proud of. It is the first time I ever stepped into the Souls-like, but I think that I learned a lot from the system because it was very, very difficult for me to make a system that functioned in that way. So yeah, it was also my first foray into big graphic design. As you can see from the evidenced stuff in the book, but I'm very proud of it. You know, it looks gorgeous. I have no doubts about that. Yeah, so it's a great book, and I'm really excited for you guys to get your hands on it. So yeah, that is Ashes. So Throne of Luster. We are very pleased to say that Throne of Luster has now entered sampling. The books are finished. They're all written. Artwork has all been applied. Everything that we needed to do to get it to press print has been done. We are now simply waiting for first samples of the book to be sent out so I can review them, make sure that they stand up to quality, and then they can be printed. There is a lot of components for this one as well. We got the pins, we got the coins. There's a lot of trinkets that need to be checked as well. But what I'm very pleased to say is that we're moving forward very quickly on this, which means that the moment I get those samples in and I can approve them, we're immediately moving to print. Which is really nice. You know, that is a really nice place to be. So I'm very happy about that. Cool. So, next up is Tales in the 100 Acre Woods. Okay, so December updates. I am very pleased to say that there has also been an update to Sanctum for Tales of the 100 Acre Woods. You can now build the legacies from 100 Acre Woods inside Sanctum. So if I draw this, you will now see the Salvager, the Shadowcaster, the Smasher, the Snoozer, all inside Sanctum now, available to be used for your Brambletrek characters. Some people asked, you know, when they'd be available. They are now available. The Winnie the Pooh legacies, they are not technically Norborn legacies, so that's why they're not available here. We may be making them available in the future as a separate character builder, but I am still working on that just to make sure that it is functional and making sure that Phil is aware of what I need it to do before I get him working on that. But yeah, the other thing is they are also now available inside the compendium. So you've got the Salvager, the Shadowcaster, the Smasher, and the Snoozer all available for any quick notes. The combat table's also in there. So yeah, you know, it is really nice to see digital tools happening for even games that have come out so long ago. It has been a dream of mine to have something like this for all of my titles, and the fact that it is happening, very nice to see. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what characters people make. I am still working away on the House Mouse rules. They are taking a minute best because I will be completely honest, I'm struggling to find a way to make it keep that simplicity that Bramble Trek has, while also keeping giving that complexity to story-based decision making. I don't want people to just play a Powered by the Apocalypse system. I want to make something truly unique for this that feels like a step in the right direction, for Bramble Trek. It is not meant to be a retelling of the rules. This is meant to be an evolution of the rules in a way that people who are coming from Bramble Trek can actually engage with it, while also having people come into it from a new step and go, I have never played a TTRPG before. How do I play Bramble Trek? That is where I'm at the minute. This is my favorite stage of any game design because I get to research it and I get to learn more about games, talk to other creators, and really function into my own brain what a TTRPG looks like with the targets that I have. So I have my design pillars for this already written out, and I'm going to be working very hard to try and achieve them in a meaningful way. So, it is the way that I do things. People are aware of this from Draconim. I had my 4 pillars for my next title. I have my pillars. Every single game has had pillars that have all been achieved. I'm hoping that I can do the same for Bramble Trek's House Mouse rules. It's a really nice time, to be completely honest. We've got some really cool stuff in the works for this game. I am working very diligently to get the rules for the House Mouse thing to be functional. It's just really important to me, Yeah, it's going to be a good time. I'm really excited to see that. So that is Tales in the 100 Acre Woods. It is coming together really nicely. And yeah, I will let you know as soon as the House Mouse rules are ready. As I say, I'm going to be working into that. And in the new year, there will definitely be playtesting for that as well. Yeah, so it's a good time. Which brings us on to Draconim. Big game at the minute. It's taken over my life actually for a bit of time, but I am so happy with it. If I'm to be completely honest, it is the game that I have been so proud of seeing come out because it is the first time I've ever done a group TTRPG that has been very big in terms of its rule set and the amount of people who are going to be playing it. We had so many playtesters for this title, it was actually ridiculous. And yeah, I am very pleased to say Draconim is officially in beta version 1. Now, this means that the game's rules are finalized. The only things that will happen now are going to be refinement in terms of balance changes, typos, etc. But none of the core foundations are going to change. You will always pick a class. You will always pick a subclass, a career, a path. You will always roll d6s. The shadow die will be there to assist with rolls. None of this will change, which means that I can now finally get to making those videos that you guys watched and changing them up so that the rules are more in line with what was already created. I want to apologize to anyone who has watched the old videos and has looked at them for advice and for guidance and gone, wait a second, this isn't the game that I am now playing. I will endeavor to change that and upload new videos as soon as they are ready. It is just taking a minute just because, there's a lot of steps that a video takes a lot of steps to be made. I have to do the voice recording, then we have to get the editor on board, and then I have to do a storyboard for it. It's not a simple process. It will happen though. So with that said as well, there are so many bits of Draconim that have now been released. Shadows of Verdemir has been released officially to backers. It will be updated with any changes that have happened into the game. The Journey demo is sort of already there as well, but again, I'm going to be making changes to that, but the base version of it is available. The soundtrack has been completed and is publicly available. A guide to Batasian is also done, and so is The Secrets of the Old Gods. There is so much for this game that I still need to get out there, but the fact that so much is already done is making me very, very confident. I have managed to write so much in a short amount of time. Shout out to my art team for being able to manage as well. And a huge thank you to everyone who backed and who has been playing the playtest version of the game. It's been immensely helpful. Which means that the next step for me is working on the solo rulebook and the Herald's Guide. I am pleased to say that the first book that I will be working on is the solo rulebook. Because the core game is now in alpha, I can start moving mechanics into the solo rulebook. You may notice a lot of rules repeated in the solo rulebook, but that is because the solo rulebook must be a fully formed individual component. There's a lot of stuff removed in terms of artwork for those sections to really bring it down into the page count, but functionally it is the same exact game, but with additional rules added to allow for solo play cleanly. It is not meant to be completely different. I want to say that right off the bat. So when can you expect the solo rules? Yes, is the answer I will give. I do not have a date just yet because I am actively working on it. Because a lot of the rules are completely different now, all of the roll tables I made don't work. A lot of them say roll the shadow die. That doesn't work anymore because the shadow die doesn't add shadow marks. So yeah, it is quite a difficult one to manage, but I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out. DJ Kitty, I was hoping for a Herald's Guide next. So, you know, I did think about this, but I have so many people who backed it for the solo rules that I think making it function as a second book means that I can immediately get the Herald's Guide written and out there soon after that. The problem with the Herald's Guide is monster count. I need to write so many monsters for that. I am honestly really worried about sitting down and writing them, but just because they do take a while, just because of the design the monsters have, right? And obviously, if anything changes when I'm writing the monsters in the Herald's Guide, that changes how monsters function in the other two books. So I want to do that last, so that if I am to make changes to monsters, I can apply that retroactively to everything. It just makes it a bit easier for me. I'm very excited for that. I will say it is going to be a great time, and I do have some stuff I'd like to show you on the monster front. So here we go. Please bear in mind that I have not noted any lore or names for these because my main focus was getting the designs together. But here is one of the monsters, or here's a couple of the monsters in the Herald's Guide. Let me see if I can grab it. Okay, here we go. What else? Yeah, cool. That's that done. Right, here we go. So here is the first of the new monsters that you'll see. This is a creature that roams through the Mirren Scar. Yeah, it's one of the boss. It's one of the new types of monsters that we're working on. I'm working on. It's the legendary monster type. So it is going to be a essentially boss level type monster. Imagine, if you will, like what's it called, Monster Hunter as a concept, where you fight one creature and sort of go into it. This will be one of those that you fight. So this is like the 1v everything type monster that you will be functionally fighting against here. Yeah. Just let you all take that in a minute. So the next one that we have is another creature. This one is more focused on battlefield control rather than actually fighting you on even playing field. So here is the next one. So yeah, these are remnants from Hearthstone, who had fled the continent and the region of Hearthstone and arrived inside Batazian. Their power stems from their belief and their essential worship towards what's it called, the Phoenix of Water. So that's where their powers come from. But yeah, a very, very cool, well, pardon the pun, a very cool creature. So the next one we have is one of the, well, people have been asking what is inside this location. If it wants to load, let's see here. There we go. So people have been asking, like, hey, what's inside the Vindaric Mountains? Why is it so volcanic? What's going on here? Obviously, a lot of people have assumed that there is just pyre dragons in there. Oh no. Oh, there is not. There is a creature inside there. There is a creature that is that volcano. So this is what is the Vindaric Mountains. Vindithrak Mountains, yeah. So yeah, it is feared by many. A lot of people would try to get it to bless their weapons because the God of the Forge is said to be one of its main, like, creatures do have worship. They do worship the gods. So it would worship the god of fire, war, and blacksmith. And people do go to the Vindithrak Mountains in order to have it bless their weapon, to be powerful. They say that they would drop ores inside, the same ore that was used to build the weapon, and drop it inside. And if it would, if the volcano would erupt slightly, then it means that it's blessed you. Yeah, it is a very scary, scary creature. Then we have, so people have been asking, hey, when are we going to get the Aelia Lords as stat blocks? There's not going to be loads. I don't even know how many there's going to be, but there will be at least one because I wanted to add him in. But this is the Aelia Lord of War. This guy, this is like a Dark Souls boss, to be completely honest. Like, if this guy rocks up, you just run away. You're not fighting him. You just go, right, that's it, Yeah, he thrives in combat. He thrives in battle. There are many people that he would use as his forebearers that would want to, focus on war. So he would make sure that he is the one that gets the power should there be a war. Incites conflict. He wants to whisper into the battlefield. He wants to make sure that people are doing battling, So yeah, he is going to be inside there's going to be a lot more creature artwork inside the Herald's Guide. And I cannot promise that there will be one for every single creature because unfortunately art is very expensive and very time consuming. That if I did promise that, we would just be here forever. That book would just not release with everything else, and I don't want to delay it. So what I'm going to do is try and do it similar to the way that I've done the Draconin one, but there will be more dedicated pages to just artwork, so you can see them all, rather than attempting to lay them out and then skipping over some stat blocks just to get the art in. It will be more laid out where you might have a few pages of stat block, but then the next page there'll be a ton of artwork. Covering maybe a few of the creatures on that page, and then a few that you'd see on the next couple of pages. I just want to make sure that the artwork gets the area it deserves, but also that I'm not you know, I don't want to skimp out on this. This is a very important book to me. And then someone asked, are there shadow dragons? I said, yes, TM, there are shadow dragons. Will we see shadow dragons? No, I don't think so. I lied. So this is a shadow dragon. They are not currently available to be used by players, but I will think about it. You know, I will consider it for the future. It will most likely be, if I'm going to put it somewhere, it will be inside the solo rulebook because of the fact that it has different sort of like classes and careers. I don't mind adding in another dragon into that book just as but give it more solo based abilities, because that makes sense. The shadow dragon is very rare in terms of who is allowed to bond with it. There has only been one person who has been known to bond with a shadow dragon in the past. So it makes sense for the solo rulebook to have that sort of context in it, just because of they do not play well with other dragons at all. Like, they will kill other dragons to absorb their light. That's how they thrive. They take in light from other creatures. So having it as a solo creature, yeah, it is one of those things that makes sense for solo rather than a dragon that a player could pick in a group environment. So, you know what? It's going to happen. The shadow dragon will be inside the solo rulebook as a choosable dragon family for those players. So yeah, if you've got the solo rulebook, then great, you can use this alongside the others. But the lore will be very heavy in the fact that it does not get on with other people. But it is going to be a very cool dragon. I think the abilities are going to be very much focused on manipulating the shadow die as well, which is going to be so cool. And giving you guys more things to be able to do with the shadow dragon. It's really hard to not say it, but meta abilities that affect the game in interesting ways make sense because of its connection to the gods, which is much stronger than any other dragon. So that would functionally make sense on a lore perspective as well. So yeah, very excited for this one, to be completely honest. Really, really excited to put this together and get it out there. So yeah. What I'm really excited about, though, this is going to sound weird. Now that means that we're going to have baby dragon art of this creature as well, which is really funny to me. So yeah. Perfect. So we can now move into the office hours. So I had been asked a few questions inside it. I don't know if I answered these, so I will just go over the ones that I have already answered, but I may have already answered. But one of the questions we got was from Imre Kardos, which is, are the things inside the book, Oathfire and Throne of Luster, going to be RPG elements, specifically named weapons and the characters who activate runes? Yes, they will be. They are technically already in there because you've got the Enchanter career and you've also got the Spellblade. But as separate things, potentially, yes, I might write them as expansions or directly into the books. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Does the world/universe have a sci-fi setting? No, at the minute. There is something that I am currently writing. I can't share it with you just yet. But I am very, very excited about it. I think it will solve that itch, but I can't tell you about it just yet. But as it stands right this second, Azeroth does not have a sci-fi setting. Now, there is the Cosmic Sea. It exists. but it is not a current thing that you can visit. Yeah. No, this is something else completely. I want to tell you about it, but I can't right now because I don't want to announce anything prematurely. But I will say it's been in work for a long time. I'm very, very excited about it. And I just want to, I can't wait to tell you about it when I get the chance. Okay. And then Azan asks, you mentioned before that if a Draken dies, a Drakeen is crowned from that family. What would it look like to an onlooker / spectator? Or even more fun, what would it look like if a bonded dragon suddenly became a Drakeen? Bonded dragons cannot become Drakeens. Either their bonded must die, or they must be unbonded in order to become one. The bond is essentially a restrictor. They cannot go beyond the power of the bonded. That is just not possible. So if a creature would become or be called onto becoming a Drakeen, then there are more substantial elements that come into that from the gods themselves. They are crowned by forces beyond. So when they are crowned, they're chosen, for essentially interviewed and then chosen on a deeper level. But what it would look like is they would grow in size quite rapidly over a few days rather than a few months. They would also gain a lot more power. They do not need to eat anymore. They can just use spirit, but they also gain essentially full sentience. Drakeen have been known to speak to creatures in common. It has happened. Most don't, but some do. It is just something that they do. So that's that. Really good stuff. I will say that there is a lot going on. There will be another stream this week on Thursday around this time. I will be streaming something special. I'm not going to tell you much more than that just yet, but it's going to be a really good time for everyone to join in that if you have the time. There is one more thing I want to talk about. It is bittersweet. It's a bit sad, if I'm to be completely honest. It is something that I kind of wish I didn't have to talk about. But yeah, it is unfortunate. So, man, it probably is worth saying it. This week, on Thursday, sadly, Ruby will be leaving the team to do new things in a brand new environment. So she will no longer be my marketing lead. She is going on to new things. Everyone here is absolutely pleased for her and really excited for whatever she ends up doing. But in terms of Discord and whatnot, she's not going to be there as a team member. So it's really sad to sort of announce that as well. But I am very proud of her. Everyone here has nothing but love for Ruby. I could not see the community coming together as much as they did without her initial help there. But these things happen. Jobs aren't forever. I knew it wasn't going to be the case, but I'm still sad to see her go. But I think it was important that you guys also heard that directly from me, so you're aware of this. I will be putting out a message in the Discord just to let people know as well that you can't ping her or DM her just for anything cross-pods related. But yeah, Thursday, the 4th of December will be her last day, meaning that the stream I do will be the last one that she is there for. And then, it is that, it's a sad time. But good luck to Ruby. Obviously I say this without any ill will. I think that you have been a fantastic person to work with. You have been a force to be reckoned with in marketing, but also community building. I don't know where we would be if you weren't here, in all honesty, and I am incredibly and immensely proud of you. Everything you've done has been amazing to witness, and whoever, wherever you're going next is very lucky to have you, because I wish that I could make sure that you stayed here, but so if you guys, when I put the message out, just give Ruby some love, just let her know that she is thought about, she is loved by our community here. She will still be here as a community member, just not as a member of the team, but it is, it is just that time of life. You know, it happens. So, a bittersweet point to end on. But thank you so much to absolutely everyone who has taken time out of your day to come and watch this. I will be posting the updates later today. You will receive updated drive-through links as well. Covens of Midnight may not go out today. Ashes definitely will, but Covens of Midnight, I may just need a minute to make some edits to the anchors so that the bookmarks work correctly, but I'll test it out later. So Covens of Midnight is end of the week, but Ashes will be today, just so you're aware. Yeah, so thank you, everyone. I will see you again on Thursday. There'll be another stream, so do check in. There is some stuff I want to go over, which could be very exciting. But all in all, this has been a fantastic year. And, you know, I want to just reiterate that you guys have been absolutely fantastic as a community. I love each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. You know, without you, I don't know what I would be doing this time, you know, at this point in my life. So, yeah, I just want to thank you all for your effort, your love, your care, your support, you know. But yeah, we'll do more streams before the end of the year. So I'll do a soppy stream near the end of the year as well. But thank you all. I'll see you on Thursday, and I hope you all have a fantastic week. I hope your dice rolls are as lucky as they should be, and I hope your adventures are as broad and as wide as the world can be. Thank you all. Have a fantastic day, and look after yourselves. Goodbye.